Good day, I'm Janine Lagat from BSIT 3D. What is a thesis? Thesis, it is a report of a scholar upon some piece of research which he has completed. In the area of computing, it is defined as technical report on a systematic investigation of a problem that can be solved using computing. It may include a solution, an approximate or partial solution, a scientific investigation, or the development of results leading to the solution of the problem. Capstone Project. Capstone Project, an undertaking appropriate to a professional field. It should significantly address an existing problem or need. An IT capstone project focuses on the infrastructure, application, or processes involved in implementing computing solution to a problem. Responsibilities of a capstone project students. Upon enrollment in the thesis or capstone project, the researcher has the sole responsibility of conceptualizing, undertaking, monitoring, and writing the thesis report. It is therefore necessary for a researcher to learn the necessary skill and competency in the conduct of research, although there will be an assigned advisor who will guide the student researcher in the conduct of the study. It is not the advisor's responsibility to feed everything for the researcher, because this defeats the purpose of teaching a researcher to be independent and to be competent. Besides, it will be the researcher who will present the result of the study in the final oral defense and not the advisor. Capstone project as a thesis and a research work. Based from CHED Memorandum Order Number 25 Series of 2015. The thesis or capstone project are required for candidates for graduation in all computing programs. Both the thesis and capstone projects are terminal project requirements that would not only demonstrate a student's comprehensive knowledge of the area of the study and research methods used, but also allow them to apply the concept and methods to a specific problem in their area of specialization. CSICT Intellectual Property Policy. The college adopts the University Research Development Intellectual Property Policy and Guidelines, treasuring the substantial creativity, innovativeness, and intellectual contribution of the faculty, research and support staff, as well as students in the creation of intellectual property. The university adopts the Policy Guidelines of Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. Project duration. The thesis or capstone project will be completed within 2 semesters, capstone project 1 and capstone project 2. In case that the student will not be able to complete the requirements within the prescribed semester, he or she will be given another 2 semesters as extension to complete the capstone project. Failure to complete within the 4 semester duration, the student will be required to re-enroll capstone project 1 and capstone project 2. Considering that the average life span of a software is 3 years. In case a student will pass thesis or capstone project 1 but will fail to complete capstone project 2 within 2 semesters, the students will be required to re-enroll thesis or capstone project 1 and thesis or capstone project 2. Project group composition. The capstone project group will be composed of almost 3 members depending on the complexity of the project. Students will be allowed to choose their group members, but still the subject teacher has the final decision to approve the said group depending on the ability of the members of the group. Project advisor. The dean or program chair is given the authority to select the student or student's advisor and panel members based from the faculty members' competency and expertise on the capstone project topic. The selection of advisor for the capstone project will be limited to those faculty members from the ICT. Appointment of advisors from other departments, colleges, institutions, universities will be allowed on a case basis. Contract of Service or COS, faculty members may handle capstone project advisorship provided that there may be a permanent faculty member who will be a co-advisor to ensure that there will be somebody who will assume the advisorship once the contract of the reformer is terminated. The maximum member of capstone project advisorship is 5 per faculty member. Panel composition. The Dean or Program Chair will assign a qualified and competent faculty members who will constitute the defense panel. The defense panel shall be composed of the following: one chairman, preferably the Dean or Program Chair or a faculty with at least master's degree. 2 members, one may be a content expert. Duties and responsibilities of the panel chairman. Brief the proponents or researchers about the proposal hearing or defense program during the actual proposal hearing or oral defense, respectively. Issue the verdict. The verdict is a unanimous decision among the 3 members of the thesis or capstone project proposal hearing or oral defense panel. Once issued, it is final and irrevocable. Nominate the thesis or capstone project for the Outstanding Research or Capstone Project Award. Duties and responsibilities of the panel members or content expert. Validate the endorsement of the advisor. The panel serve as internal auditors, putting some form of check and control on the kinds of theses or capstone projects being approved by the college. Evaluate the deliverables, recommend a verdict, listen and consider the request of the advisor and or the proponents or researchers. Nominate a thesis or capstone project from the Outstanding Research or Capstone Project and Award. Duties and responsibilities of the project thesis or capstone project subject teacher. First, post schedules, proposal hearing and oral defense guidelines, requirements guidelines, and other announcement. Furnish every member of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel with all the necessary capstone project documents before the proposal hearing or oral defense. File at least 1 copy of the proposal hearing and oral defense panels, evaluation, including revisions, and the revised and approved deliverables at every stage of the research or capstone project. Submit collated grades of students under his or her section for that term. The subject teacher is by default the advisor of all groups assigned to him or her. First, announce research or capstone project areas at the start of each semester to the students. Conduct general meetings with the students to discuss the capstone project guidelines, policies, and deliverables, and to allow the students to raise and clarify issues. Select proposal hearing and oral defense panel for each team. Student research or capstone project activities such as the deadlines of deliverables and proposals, hearing and oral defense sessions. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Ensures that the study proposed by the student conforms to the standard of the college and has immediate or potential impact of the research trust of the university. Guides the research or capstone project students in the following tasks while in the proposal stage. Defining the research problems or objectives in clear specific terms. Building a working bibliography for the research. Identifying variables and formulation hypotheses, if any. Determining research design, population to be studied, research environment, instruments to be used, and the data collection procedures. Meets the team regularly at least twice a month, and note, the team must seek proper appointment to answer questions and help resolve impasses and conflicts. Advisor must remind the proponents or researcher to do their work properly. Reviews thoroughly all deliverables at every stage of the researcher or capstone project to ensure that they meet the department's standards. The advisor may also require his or her proponents or researchers to submit progress reports daily or regularly rather. Recommends the proponents or researchers for proposal hearing and oral defense. The advisor should not sign the proposal hearing notice at the oral defense notice if he or she believes that the proponents or the researchers are not yet ready for proposal hearing and oral defense, respectively. Thus, if the proponents or researchers fail in the proposal hearing or oral defense, it is partially the advisor's fault. Another duties and responsibilities of the advisor: first, clarifies points during the proposal hearing and oral defense. Second, ensures that all required revisions are incorporated into the appropriate documents and/or software. Keeps informed of the schedule of research or capstone project activities, required deliverables, and deadlines. Recommends to the proposal hearing and oral defense panel the nomination of his or her research capstone project for an award. As a special advisor, he or she is responsible to be: first, a provider; second, an encourager; third, a dictator; and fourth, a pushy boss; and fifth, a connector; and the last one is an employment agency. Thesis or capstone project presentation. As recommended by the Philippine Society of IT Education or PSITE, Research Committee public presentation is required. It should be a school-based presentation open for public viewing. Thesis or capstone project turnover. Project turnover is limited to the software developed, not including the equipment used during implementation as stated in the MOU. In the event that the student is willing to donate the equipment, it must be stated in the MOU. Thesis or capstone project grading system. The final grade of each proponent will comprise of the following: average grade of the panel members, which is 30%, subject teacher, which is 30%, advisor of the capstone project or group, which is 30%, peer grading, which is 30%, and the total of 100%. The next one is verdicts. There will be 4 possible verdicts after the proposal defense. The verdict is a unanimous decision among the 3 members of the panel committee. Once issued, it is final irrevocable. First one is approve. Minor revisions are necessary, but they do not have to be presented in front of and checked by all panelists, and with it will be 86 to 100. Approve with revisions. Measures shall be incorporated in the final copy of the revised project proposal summary. There must be checked by the panelists, and it will be 70 to 85. Disapprove. The proponents or researchers failed to propose a researchable of scholarly capstone project, and this will be below 70. Verdicts. Final defense. Accepted with revisions. Revisions are necessary, but they do not have to be presented in front of and checked by all panelists, and it will be 71 to 100. Oral defense. Another oral defense session in which all 70 to 85. Not accepted. The proponents or researchers failed to propose a researchable or scholarly capstone project. It will become below 70. And the last one is system and manuscript defense. Capstone project output or group grade using system prototype rubric. It will cost 70%. Oral examination or individual grade, same rubric with proposal, it will be 30% and the total of 100%. Capstone project output or group grade, it equivalent of 70%. The output should be consistent with the objectives as defined during the proposal stage, 25%. All major module and features of the system output as defined after the proposal stage are delivered. Their credits shall be based on the percentage of the delivered items, 25%. Group debugging, the group shall display competence in resolving planted bugs. It will 20% and total of 70%.